Hi everyone, my name is James Nicholson. This is for my short summary video for my application, my final project for E90. Um, so I want to introduce you to my application. It's called uh, Team Responsibility Manager, and it relies on a good amount of the things that we learned this semester in class because it's a serverless application that's deployed to the AWS serverless application repository, and it uses the AWS serverless application model to define a serverless application that is then published to AWS and can be deployed by anyone with an AWS account on their own infrastructure. And the application, which is called Team Responsibility Manager, solves a problem that we have on my team, where we have a handful of shared responsibilities, and we have about 8 people on my team, and they rotate sometimes daily or sometimes weekly, and you're never really sure if it's your day to do something or it's your week to do something. So you have to check a spreadsheet or a wiki document to sort of look at the rotation schedule. And it's not really a big deal because it doesn't waste a ton of time, but it's always bothered me, and I've always wanted to come up with a better way to do it. And this final project was the perfect opportunity for me to both, leverage and show off some of the things that we've learned during class, and also solve a problem that we've been having at work. So let me move over to Chrome here, and I will show you what this looks like. So let's see. So this is the serverless application repository in AWS, and as you can see, there's a lot of different applications that you can find that do various things in AWS and deploy various resources that solve problems like log forwarding and Alexa skills, and let's see, this one is a serverless web application for
Big Sky. Want to try
okay.
it?
Alexa,
Or you
stop.
can
Sorry, I triggered the beast. And so won't say her name again, but this one uploads files to S3. And my application, which was developed using this sort of specification defined by AWS, and a process for uploading it to their repository, is published here, and you can actually deploy it yourself if you want to. So you would come up here and you would type in Team Responsibility Manager, Team. Okay, there it is. Team Responsibility Manager. It's already deployed. Has one deployment, that being myself. And as long as you're logged into AWS and you would go to the region that you want to deploy it into, and you can read a lot more about the application on the GitHub repository, and you can see the template that was used here. I won't go into that in this shorter video, but what you would do here is you would come down and you would type in a name for the bucket that will, the S3 bucket that will be created. We would just say test 1 2 3 here. This has to be globally unique, and then you would click deploy, and then from there you would enter, you would go to the a config.json file that's created during the deployment, and that's all documented in the repository. You would set up these team responsibilities, and you would set up, enter values for your team members and their Slack UIDs, and sort of the schedule at which your responsibility will rotate from person to person. And then once it's deployed, you'll just automatically get Slack notifications saying, James, it's your turn to run stand-up this morning, or, Pete, it's your turn to facilitate the team meeting this morning, rather than everyone having to go and check it themselves. So that's the summary, and I'll leave it at that, and I'll go into more detail in the next video. Thank you.